YouTube. If you've been on social media, you see the bullshit that Brandy's talking about, and everybody commenting talking about she was groomed. Hit me with the bullshit, alright? Y'all got some fucked up bad memories. Cause I remember, first of all, she did a whole album about dude. Never Say Never is about him, right? They had a consensual relationship. He said that her parents knew all about it, and let me remind you, it was acceptable back then, alright? Me personally, I wasn't doing nobody, child or adult, during that age. I wasn't ready because everybody was crying, pregnant, and depressed. So I was like, damn, I'm not ready. That's not what I wanted or was ready for, me personally, right? It wasn't even because of religious or spiritual reasons, but I just wasn't ready for at 15, 16, whatever. I was not fast, and I felt like I'ma keep myself till a certain age just in case if I did get pregnant, at least I had a full-time job and was done with high school. Even though I had my son young, I had a full-time job and a diploma when I had him. So yeah, like, you know, and all my friends, I went to a tiny school, so all my friends that was fucking, they had bad reputations. Even if it was just with one boy, either they reputations was tarnished, they got pregnant, or embarrassed. Nobody just was living a normal life. Fucking, like, maybe that was just my school, but, and then the same girls wasn't really going on dates like that. Like, I was going out on dates, all of this stuff. So I'm like, I don't want to end up like them, and the whole world know their business. Ain't nobody know my business. The guys I talk to, whatever. And I remember being 16, 15, and adult men trying to holler at me, and they knew I was 15, 16. So let's not pretend that this wasn't going on. Let's not pretend that our parents wasn't with it, because there was plenty of people even in my church. Even, I think I told y'all, I was in my friend's wedding. Her husband to be, we knew he was older. They started dating from when she was 16 and he was in his 20s. Her parents knew that, and nobody said, oh, he too old, whatever. Remember, this was a different time. Now people are more conscious to say, okay, this is wrong. But you know, if you are watching this under the sound of my voice and your ass is from the 80s and 90s, either us or we had somebody that was dating somebody that was older and their parents knew about it. My friend who got married, she got married when she was 20, started dating her man 16. He was grown, he had a career. She never told me his age, but I knew he was grown because he was a welder. He was paying his mama bills. So when she got pregnant at 17, they got their own apartment. So there's no way that he was 17 also. And I remember asking her one time, like, how old is he? She never wanted to tell me. We all knew her hubby was grown, and her parents knew too. So why everybody acting, oh, Brandy and her dude, he was grooming her. Listen, the definition of grooming is when you lie to a hoe saying you gonna do this, and that for her to get an exchange of sex. That's what grooming is. So an example of grooming is, a perfect example is a guy that's like 30, right? And he gets with, let's say, you know what? He could be 25, and he gets with a girl, and he says to her, if you have sex with me, I'll give you money, I'll give you an allowance, right? That's grooming. Or like what rkelly did. He was like, oh, I'll give you a career. Like, his shit was just, like, you got a lot of hoes to get pussy. Like, watch the documentary. Y'all already know. But hit me with the bullshit. That's the name of this topic. Like, hit me with the bullshit, Brandy. And I'm so disappointed in her. Like, you gonna sit there talking about something you was groomed. Your ass was not groomed. Your ass was fast, just like everybody else. Let's keep it a buck, all right? You knew niggas was older than, he was 22. That's nothing compared to our friends that was, some of our friends even had babies by dudes that was older. Let's keep it a buck, right? I think I'm one of the few people, my child's father, we only 3 years apart. When he was 22, I was 19. I think I'm like the only one. And let me not say the only one. I'm one of the few people that, like, you know, stuck to my age range or whatever. And when I remember being in high school and dudes trying to get with me, and they knew I was in high school, but I said no, because I just wasn't interested in them. It wasn't because they were older, I just wasn't interested. Like, every kid is different. So the type of kid I was mature, but I wasn't that, like, I wasn't in a rush to be grown. Like, I used to go with my friends to get their tongue piercing at Gertz Mall and shit. I didn't want to get my tongue pierced because everybody knew that girls who did that sucked dick. That was if you from the 2000s, you know what I'm saying. Or social media, like the girls who had Skolniks and shit, they was all hoes. So I didn't follow that. I supported it as far as like, yeah, you my friend, I'm gonna come with you for emotional support. But I never was into that, belly rings, none of that. Like, I didn't get my first tattoo until I was 22, literally. Like, literally. I was never in a rush to be grown. I was never fast, none of that. Like, when I turned 18, right before graduation, it was my first time and whatever. But it wasn't like, oh, this is what I have to do because I'm 18 now. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't in a rush for that. So for Brandy to come on social media talking about something, she was groomed and everybody, no, you was not no groom. Everybody who had an older boyfriend, I don't believe that. Some, yes. Some, yes. But it's like you have a lot of people who their guy was a little older, they married him, have a family, and they're happy. Everybody was not no groom. I think she just saying that because, you know, we're in this Me Too era, and I'm all for it, but it's overkill. Some girls, some of y'all just want attention, talking about something. You was groomed. You was not no groom. Your ass was fast, and your pussy was hot, and y'all knew that these dudes were older, and yeah, he knew you was young, but miss me with the bullshit. I can't. Like, comment, like, and subscribe. What y'all think, what y'all feeling, and let's be honest. Like, people want to act oblivious to how it was in the 2000s and the 90s. Like, everybody had an older boyfriend. Me personally, I wasn't doing nobody, but everybody had an older boyfriend. We all had somebody who had a car. He was hella cute, but he was older. And for me, I said no. I was smart. You know, I wasn't hot. I wasn't hot in the pants, as they say. I wasn't fast. So, yeah. Comment, like, subscribe, y'all.